Good morning and welcome to the Saturday special of Dr. Lamba's Awakening. We live in an age of rationalism, an age where we believe in test, examine, accept, or reject. We live in an age where we do not accept things until they are proven to be correct. And yet, we are credulous to a fault. We believe busted ideas. We believe conspiracy theories. We believe twisted scientific facts which are twisted and molded according to our perceptions. And our perceptions are not our perceptions. They are the perceptions of our parents, grandparents, communities, teachers, and others. We just borrow them. I must say, recently, a couple of people came to me, different people, very close to me, very dear and dear to me. As people are aware, I'm suffering from acute pains, for which there is no treatment. And the pain level normally is 6 to 7, but then, okay. Now, one gentleman asked me to listen to Gayatri Mantra. People know that I'm not a believer in any religion, in any organized religion. And I did not respond to him either way, except commenting, yes, the vibrations have some effect. Then another gentleman called me and told me to read, or rather, my wife should read a Sikh scripture called Sukhmani Sahib. And believe it or not, we rejected that idea with the same gusto as we had rejected. Now, I've seen one thing, in Hinduism, in Sikhism, in Islam, in all three. I've used it's common practice in people, especially the older ladies, to possibly state or recite the holy scripture in the inaudibly without anybody listening, and then they breathe over you as if it's a blessing and a sacrament and a cloak, if not an armor, protecting. I've seen this happen in Islamic people. I've seen this happen in Hindu society. I've seen this happen in my Sikh societies as well. And I marvel that if she had recited it openly and then blessed something, but just blowing hard on a person after reciting something or mumbling something and thinking it will cure you. Gayatri Mantra by itself is revered by millions of people. But it's not the mantra which is important, they forget it. It is the vibrations caused by that recitation. And vibrations are effective. It has been proved scientifically. I have no ground about that. But why recite a mantra and listen to the tune itself? So there's no problem as far as. And why then invest it with religion? Coming to Sukhmani, it's a great scripture in the sense it is a great piece of poetry. But if you have read this, it is nothing short of a moral book which tells people how to live. which defines good people, which defines intellectuals, which defines and gives the characteristics of the people who are mean, backbiters. It defines the way we live. It demarcates a value system. That's great. But how would reading alone without any tune help you? If you recite it and the vibrations travel, it's not the word which matters, it is the sound which matters. Now, what are human beings? Human beings consist of cells. This is the most important thing to actually. And the cells make our body. There are millions and billions of cells in our bodies. These cells are the storehouses of energy. And they sustain life, sustain you. Now, since the storehouse of energy, they are activated by the feelings, and the vibrations which come interact with these cells, enhance their capacity and capability, and you feel better or you feel sad depending on the vibration that is traveling. And effective vibration is so much that when you are sincere and the vibrations travel, you can even indulge in telepathy. Telepathy is nothing but the conveyance of the vibrations from one body to the other. So that's okay. And the vibrations resonate with your neural cells and make you feel. As a matter of fact, I did a lot of work on ragas, the musical tone that impact life. So that is one thing. And just reciting or rather reading something or mumbling something in your mouth and then spewing your breath on the other is something which is a remnant of the old mumbo jumbo. Naturally, I cannot accept it. But my main concern is why the people, despite the advances in science, are still so credulous. Is credulity unlimited? And the reason for that is two. A, people don't think for themselves. Says the priest tells them, it must be right. Says their mother has been doing it, it must be justified and correct. Since their ancestors have been doing it and it's written in the books. So this becomes the oracle of Delphi, inviolable, and I don't believe in oracles. Now come to the other part, the science. Science tells us, as I said, that our neural cells are impacted by music, that vibrations have an impact on us. Exactly. Now they say that these words would automatically transform themselves into vibrations and penetrate your psyche, your body, your thinking. No. As a matter of fact, science doesn't penetrate the thick skulls. And the result is that they become what they are, copycats, unthinking behavior, And they bid goodbye to rationalism, to logic, and to thought. As a matter of fact, until and unless the human beings are able to think, to evaluate, to test, examine, and then accept or reject the hypothesis, whatever they may be, we shall continue to be no better than what we were in the Middle Ages or in the Dark Ages. To say that we are enlightened is the biggest understatement of eons. We are today where we were 5,000 years back. All the knowledge that is there is on our backs like the books placed on the back of a donkey. Because we do not assimilate it. We do not let that knowledge and capability become a part of ourselves. Our intrinsic, inherent, excuse me, sorry, our intrinsic inherent values remain unchanged, unaltered. This credulousness, this credulity, this belief in the other world, in the written word, the gospels, in the parents and the teachers, is a sign of aping. We ape. And when you ape, you don't think. What we as Homo sapiens require thinking capacity, evaluation capacity. We have misread the biblical injunction judge not, lest you be judged. That is as far as the actions are concerned. But as far as the logic is concerned, that is a requirement of being a human being. When you go by either the old values and the ideas and the notion thrust on you, or you twist the facts of the science, proven facts, to suit your purpose, when you let your emotions get the upper hand. And not only emotions, but I would call it mistaken ideas. Because emotions are something useful and emotions never betray. But this is built up, made up sensitivities that are responsible for our not being so human. Credulous aspect of a human being is the biggest stumbling block to peace, happiness, and to intellectual growth. These are the blinkers that have to be thrown in the garbage. And we can do it with effort. It's not an easy job to get rid of centuries of mental slavery. These credulous attitudes are mental slavery, marked as our religious beliefs, our values, our culture, our heritage. They're all marked. The reality is that these credulous aspect of human being is a sign of blind and blinding attitude that does not permit knowledge to permeate our psyche. And that is the unfortunate aspect. Start thinking today. Think for yourself. Accept, reject a notion if it doesn't pass the test of logic and reason. And you would find that the world shall be a better place for you because you will have got rid of lot of rubbish. And the sooner you get rid of the rubbish, the better it is for you. Think about it this week. Thank you.